Okay, if you hear the purring in the back, because my cat's right beside me. She wants my attention. I've made some adjustments to the TidRadio H-3. I have the black one. I even have the H-8. And I was able to do this on both of my TidRadios. The latest operating system that I'm using on this TidRadio, I believe it's January 2025. They have released what they call an H-3 Plus, completely different firmware. I believe the firmware is not compatible with the H-3. You have to have the H-3 Plus to use it. They improved it, I could see a little bit there, but I don't have a need of it, so I decided to see if I can do a feature that I enjoyed on my ICOM ID52 and my ICOM 705. Now, those radios have a wonderful display. They can give you much more details when you're looking at a memory channel. Name, location, whatever your setup is. One shot does it all type of thing. The ICOM 2730, of course, is limited, the black version that I have. And so I was trying to figure out, which way do I really need my setup? I found I like to know the location more than the name of the repeater call sign. So what I've done is replaced all the call signs with the location. See, these are all the repeaters in the Calgary area, for example. And I have this set up for pretty well all of Calgary, Alberta. There's a bunch in Calgary Hill. There, now it's limited to 6 characters, so you're gonna, Athabasca, for example, Athabasca, Big Valley, Bonnyville, Barons, Brooks, Bonnyville, Balzac, Crossfield, Coleman, Claresholm, Carson, stuff like that. Cochrane, I would be familiar with these names, Cold Lakes, Canmore. So how did I do that? And interesting thing is, I could do the same thing with the H-8. Okay, there you go. So I'm scanning, it stops, I know which area it's in. And as you probably are aware, repeaters, frequencies are repeated. So the ones that you travel in the area, if you're in another province, you probably hit the same repeaters, except the location will be different. It only has 200 memories, so you have to kind of limit that. It'd be nice if there was 1,000 memories, but it doesn't. But then again, I don't use this radio so much traveling. I use it when I'm off grid, camping, fishing, ice fishing, things of the sort. Because of the price of these radios, I drop one in the lake, or a member in our party drops it on the rocks, breaks it up. It's not a big loss. I would cry if it was an ID52 Plus. So that's what they're there for. They're what I call kick-around radios. I throw them in a glove box, throw them on the side, throw them in the back seat, throw them in the boat, that type of thing, because you're not worried. So, but then, you can't remember call signs. I can remember towns because I know the area. So how did I do that? Well, all the location information I got from Chirp. And I did this on a Mac. Right now I'm running Windows on a MacBook Pro Intel chip. Basically, you just select the area that you want. In my case, it was Canada, Alberta. And I said 7,000 miles. And so I picked up pretty well all the repeaters in Alberta. And it has a comments. It tells you like VA6 CTV near Calgary, okay? Near Calgary and near Rocky Mountain, stuff like that. So you have the information. Unfortunately, editing on Chirp is very limited. You can't, for example, copy the call sign in the comments and paste it in the frequency, or I should say the name, right here. And copy, not edit. But unfortunately, or for some, this would be, you would have to then save it as a text file and edit the text file. It's only a couple hundred memories. One could do it manually, but of course, I having a database already, less than 30 seconds, it's done. And let me import the radio so you see what I have. Okay, I used the cable, and I'm going to go in, download from radio. Let's see if it works right off the bat. Okay, it looks like I have to select. I have never done it on a Windows. This is the first time doing Windows. Now, I'm not sure if it's TID or TidRadio I should use. Let's find out. Yeah, worked. Okay. Now, the comments are not there, but my database has the comments still. I will show that quickly, but as you can see, all the information is there. I don't know if I can zoom in on this a little bit more, give you some details. Okay. So I basically have the names alphabetized plus the frequencies. So VHF would be first, and then UH would be towards the end of every town. So it works. Let me just zoom back out again. 1.5. There we go. It would be nice if it was editable each field and you can do a copy and paste really quick, but unfortunately, you'll have to manually do it. I know TidRadio have what they call GMR radios or digital radios. I've been looking at it, but I'm going to wait until they start promoting it, and I might grab one if the price is reasonable. Right now, it's not too bad, but not knowing the radio is hard to determine its value. So, I thought I'd share this bit of information. Now, let me show you what I have on my database. You know, if you can get a database, there's a whole bunch out there with some scripting. You'd be surprised how easy this would be. Even a good spreadsheet should do the same thing. Okay, let me switch. Okay, this is my database. And what's nice about it, as you can see, I have the ID 52, 705, 7300, 5100, which I don't even have yet, and the RPT list that's unique for the 52 and 705, the FM radio for the ID 52, GPS radio, and of course I now have the 2730B, and the RT system, which is for the 27B. It doesn't matter what format, I can use either one. So TidRadio, initially I started with H-3, but I found out very quickly I can use the very same setup for the H-8, and it brings it in. Oops, double repeater going through. Let me turn that down. So and what's nice is I can change things around. If I want to do something different or maybe replace some of the names, which are limited to, I think it's 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters. So you got to use short form. FRSD, things of that sort. And what's nice, the concept does work with pretty well any radio that accepts 6 or 7 characters on the name. And you're going to be limited perhaps by the software that you use. Chirp seems to support a lot of radios, so I could probably do this with Chirp, get the information and do the modifying using my database, done in like 30 seconds. That's where the update comes in, and once I've done the update, let me hit update and see what happens. There you go. It's taking the 200 and it's redoing all the information.
Completed my channel.
It's configured. There you go. Done. And when I'm done, I just hit replace and I have an updated.
Exported memory channel files for TidRadio was completed.
There you go. Okay. That's about it. I thought I'd share this concept a little bit. So far, I seem to like this approach, especially when you don't really use the handheld much, like I said, off-grid, so forth. And makes it easier for people to find if you tell them, hey, go to this Calgary repeater group and take a look through there. Calgary maybe 146850, for example. So you got to work with what you have. And I noticed with Chirp Radio, it's basically using the same format. Like you notice there's a your call, RPT1 call, RP2, DB code. Well, this radio doesn't support none of this. But that's the format it uses. And these particular spelling of the format of the fields, which you would have to match. So, which is probably why I worked with H-8 so easily, because he's using the same format. Again, if it's helpful, would appreciate it if you subscribe. We have some more videos coming out. We managed to get our KO3 tires installed on our truck. And I got to replace the crankcase filter, which I'll have a couple of short videos on that too for those who also are looking at tires and also they have a diesel truck and wondering how much you can save by replacing their own crankcase filter. I think locally is around $300, and for $50 in 10 minutes, it's done. So decide for yourself. Have a nice day. Take care. Until next time. Okay, I just fired up Chirp on my MacBook Pro, Mac OS, the latest operating system, and I plugged in an H-8. So I'm going to download H-8. Okay. Excuse me. So this is what I have right now. However, I made a couple of changes lately and I needed to update. Simple. I import my file that I just created right there. I say open, import, overwrite, yes, and the changes are done, just like that. Exactly the same thing with H-3. I will show you on that one. Made the changes on Chirp. Now I need to upload it to the radio. So I say upload. And done. So the changes I made on my file, that's how quickly I can update it. Now with H-3 it's even easier because I have several H-3s. All I need to do is update one and then do a wireless cloning to the others if it's quicker. If I have them all next to me, then I'll just plug in and play. What happens when I switch radios? I want to upload. I have to first do it. Import according to this. Okay, let's go new. Let me do a download from radio. H-3. Hit OK, OK, done. I'm just using the TidRadio cables. Works perfect. There you go. Now, I'm going to do the same thing. The very same file. Open, import, yes. Identical. Now I can do upload to radio. Guess I have to go one step extra on account of a different radio. It won't allow me to use the same setup, but it's okay. Doesn't take long. It's done. Now with that radio, I can do a wireless copy, or just grab all 6 radios I have and update it. If you want to see the names of the location, you would have to go to settings called Sync, SYNC. It's number 36. It has to be off. Okay, just keep that in mind.